Hello everyone, it is time for another draft video. I bring you one every Monday and every Thursday now here on my channel. And we're doing more out of Devastation, as you probably know. Okay. This pack is not an awesome one. Our rare is basically unplayable, unlimited. Would be fun to build around at some point. Like if I was being really wacky, I might go for it, but I'm trying to actually win, so... Tenacious Hunter and Puncturing Blow, I think, are the cards we really have to look at. Dauntless Aven is probably in the conversation as well to some extent. I think the Blow is just going to be better. It just kills so many things in this format that aren't 5/6 hippos. I do like the Hunter, though, but I think, you know, this can kill the vast majority of cards in this format. It can kill all the cards in this pack except for the one with Hexproof, for example. So that's saying something. Yeah, so I'll take the Blow here over Tenacious Hunter. I also like Magmaroth, but you really have to be in a spells deck or it's just not going to work out. If you can make it a 5/5 most of the time, it's great, but you can't always do that. Okay, this is an interesting pack. There's a very good desert. All of these deserts are great. You know, first of all, they give you an ability, like a free ability on one of your lands that you would be running anyway. But then there's all the desert payoffs, like Gilded Celadon here. So I'm kind of tempted to actually take the Ruins more than I am the Celadon. Unsummon's fine, but it's not super exciting. I already have one red card, so I think taking the desert here is fine. This pack isn't stacked or anything. I mean, I wouldn't mind an Inferno Jet or a Gilded Celadon, but we definitely want to get deserts so we can turn on cards like Gilded Celadon and Wretched Camel and feel better about having them in my deck. I do think this desert's better, but you know, we're already in red, so I'm gonna take the red one. This split card is not very good. It's okay-ish if you can play both halves, but if you can only play the red half, it's pretty terrible. It's unplayable basically if you can only play the red half, I think. Okay, Unquenchable Thirst is a card that likes deserts that's just good, and it may be worth taking here. Appeal to Authority is very good, but you have to be in green-white. Driven to Despair, similar, but I actually think Appeal to Authority is better despite not being a rare card. Yeah, I think we probably just take Thirst here. Granitic Titan's okay, but I think Thirst is probably just the best card in this pack that's monocolored. I think Appeal to Authority is just the best card. Vile Manifestation's okay. Harrier Naga's fine, but I think we want the removal. Especially because we already have one desert. Okay, we can take another Thirst. There's also a Hope Tender, which is quite good. There's also a Desert of the Mindful here, which is pretty good. Especially since we seem to be getting Unquenchable Thirsts. I think I'm going to take another Thirst, mostly because I already took one. And Hope Tender's good and probably better than Unquenchable Thirst, but not by a wide enough margin. Apocalypse Demon is an interesting card. It's only good if you really get in a very graveyard-heavy deck, which isn't always going to be the case. So far, all we have is removal and a desert. But that's not a bad way to start a draft. I never really feel bad about taking removal. I mean, this may mean we want to move into a more controlling deck since we've already got 3 removal spells. And blue-red can be a controlling deck anyway. Okay, third Thirst. I think I'm going to take that too. And now we definitely want to be taking deserts because Thirst is great once you have 3, 4, 5 deserts in your deck. I do like Vizier of the Anointed a lot, but you really need to be blue-white for it to be at its best. So I think I'm going to take the Thirst. Another Inferno Jet, that's a fine card too. But I think I just take a third Thirst here. Since we've already got 2 and we're going to be wanting deserts, I think. Now we probably take an Inferno Jet over Strategic Planning. Frontline Devastator's solid too. Maybe I take it instead. I don't have any creatures yet, so maybe that should be what I'm after, right? But I think I'm going to take Inferno Jet instead. I like the cycling. I like the Lava Axe effect. When that's good, it's very good. It just ends the game. Oh, there have been so many Inferno Jets in this draft. I guess I'll take another one. This is like the 4th one we've seen. It's an uncommon. That's crazy. Okay. There's some deserts here, but Hostile Desert's not great. I mean, I've played it and felt okay about it, but I've never felt super thrilled. I could take it. I might just take a Riverwinder, though. We are getting some cycling rolling here. I like the Riverwinder more than I like Granitic Titan. It has one colored mana of cycling, and it's a better creature when you cast it. So don't want either of these deserts, especially. I mean, the green one is definitely good, but we don't seem to be in green. We're pretty cycling heavy so far. I mean, 3 cards with it is something. All right. Here's the pack we opened. Blue does look very open. I mean, Cunning Survivor's not great. Neither is Riverwinder, really. But they're both reasonable playables, you know. I might take another Riverwinder here over Cunning Survivor. We do kind of need 2 drops, and we do already have cycling, though. So maybe yeah, let's take the Survivor. Sure. He's nothing exciting, but... All right, well, we might just try to burn people out with our Inferno Jets, huh? 18 damage worth of Inferno Jet. Now do we take a Granitic Titan? We're definitely moving into a cycling deck if we do. Proving Combatant's okay. Seer is a decent sideboard card. But if we can get a bunch of cycling and a bunch of cards that care about cycling, we're going to be pretty happy. Because we have a lot of it already. All these cards have cycling. Right here we'll take a Combatant. We definitely need more deserts, though. So we passed some early, other than the one we took, of course. We do also have a lot of non-creature spells already, so any card that cares about those and cycling are going to be things we're interested in. That's crazy. 3 Inferno Jets. It's definitely not an incredible card, but it just has a lot of upside. We'll take a Manalith. Maybe we want to splash. And without weakness, because why not? So we do have 1 card with Eternalize now, so maybe if I see the guy who puts Eternalize things in your graveyard, I'll get him. Okay, well, Hour of Eternity is actually pretty good if you get a bunch of cycling creatures. We only have 2 creatures with cycling so far, but it is pretty good, and it's worth thinking about. Fervent Paincaster is good. I would really like a Desert of the Fervent as well. Rampaging Hippo is a big overperformer in this format so far. So Fervent Paincaster is probably the card that's going to be better most of the time. Like, it's just a very good card. Hour of Eternity asks you for triple blue. It asks you to fill your graveyard. And those aren't things that are always guaranteed to happen. Again, with a couple creatures with cycling, it does get better. But I think I'm just going to take the Paincaster. I just think it's a better card a larger percentage of the time. Whereas Hour of Eternity will just rot in your hand a lot of the time. I've drafted it before and just had it do that. I've also had it be good for me. But, you know, I'd rather have God Pharaoh's Gift if I'm moving into that direction. So we'll take the Paincaster here over the Desert. I think it's closer than you would think because we actually really, really, really want deserts at this point. Okay, another Thirst. That makes me really, really, really want deserts. There's that another really to it. But Blur of Blades, Defiant Kenra, maybe they'll come back. I think I just take another Thirst here. Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs is something I'm interested in as well, but now we know we really want deserts. Luckily, there's not one in this pack, because I would have been really mad, because we have I just want to say Broodwater Entity. Bloodwater Entity in this pack, and it's going to be good in our deck already. We can cycle Inferno Jet early and then get it back late, for example. I like Firebrand Archer too, but Bloodwater Entity is just way better. We definitely don't need another Inferno Jet. It's like the most uncommon ever. We'll just take our blue-red gold card. And there's another one. This pack also doesn't have deserts, so I'm glad for that. Magmaroth could be good in our deck. It would be good in our deck, but I think Bloodwater Entity is still just going to be better. It's like the best payoff for this deck, so... Where are all the deserts, man? What is the deal with these Inferno Jets? I think here I just take a Kenra Scrapper. It's definitely better in a more aggressive deck than what we have going on, but it is a reasonable card, and it's just a good attacker and stuff, so... Okay, probably want this desert. There is an Unsummon, but we have 4 Unquenchable Thirsts, so I think at that point you just want to start slamming deserts when you see them, especially because the third pack has much worse deserts than this pack is going to have. So getting at least 3 deserts that produce colored mana would make me pretty happy. I think we can do it. And we definitely want it. I mean, the only payoff we have is Unquenchable Thirst, but we have 4 of them. And it becomes a very, very, very good removal spell when you have multiple deserts in your deck. It's kind of medium if you don't have a bunch of them. So we could take a 5th Unquenchable Thirst, which I'm seriously considering. There's also a Consign to Oblivion, though, and I would really only want to play the Consign half. I think we're sort of set on Unquenchable Thirsts, especially because if we can't pick up a 3rd desert, they're going to sort of drop a little bit in power. And the Consign half of Consign to Oblivion is basically always good. So let's take it. Come on, deserts. So I could take Strategic Planning. Imaginary Threats is okay too, but it's such a narrow card. It's definitely better if you're a more aggressive blue-red deck than in a controlling one. I could also take a Devastator. Strategic Planning or Devastator. I guess I'll go for the Devastator. We haven't actually passed that many deserts that were in our colors, is what's frustrating, but they're getting snatched up by other people who have desert payoffs. Yeah, we're not going to get another desert, it doesn't look like to me. Too bad foil, full arts aren't worth that much on Magic Online. I think we take another Granitic Titan. I'm not sure if we'll actually be playing the cycling sub-theme heavily. If we're not, we'll probably cut our Granitic Titans. All we have that pays it off is Cunning Survivor, and that's obviously not the most exciting. We want some Cryptic Serpents in the next pack. More Fire Javelineer would be good too. Okay, well, Blur Blades I like. We don't have a ton of 2s, but we have ways to interact with our opponent's 2s in Unquenchable Thirst. So we don't have to have 2 drops in a deck like this one that seems like it's going to be controlling. So I don't have to go after Defiant Kenra. I do think Blur Blades is at its best in a more aggressive deck, but I think it's going to be fine here too. And better than the Kenra probably, since we seem to be moving in a very spell-heavy direction. So we can get a 4th Inferno Jet. Do I want 4? Jace's Defeat's a great sideboard card, so I'm thinking about taking it. I think we want it instead of a 4th Inferno Jet. Oh, River Hoopo. Still haven't built a deck I could put you in. Countervailing Winds might be fine in our deck, the way it's looking. We have lots of ways to throw stuff in our graveyard. Man, Samut. I do have a Manalith, so there's that. What I'm giving up in this pack by speculating and trying to make Samut work is Hieroglyphic Illumination or Shimmer Scale Drake, basically. Manticore the Gauntlet's okay, but Grasping Dunes is also a quality desert that I wouldn't hate having, but I think Samut is just so powerful that we probably try to play her and play Manalith, because she'll just end games for us, so I think we try to do that here. Seeker of Insight's great, but the question is, do I want to take this value desert that I'm happy to play, or do I take Seeker of Insight? I feel like I'm going to get like Painted Bluffs or something, which is fine, and will also help us splash Samut a little bit. So I think I'm going to take the Seeker just because it's a great 2-drop. It's another payoff for instants and sorceries too. So yeah, Seeker it is. Okay, here we have Winds of Rebuke, we have Shimmer Scale Drake, and Emberhorn Minotaur. I think we probably just want the Winds. That'll be good in the kind of deck we seem to be building here. Spell heavy is what it is. I don't think these guys are going to make it in the end. We're going to have better finishers probably. There's also Cradle of the Accursed, which isn't a bad desert either, but I'm going to take the Winds. The Drake is worth thinking about, because right now our win conditions are mostly Inferno Jet and Striped Riverwinder and Bloodwater entities, which are fine, but I think I'll still take the instant, but I wouldn't hate taking a Drake. Okay, wow, this pack has some good stuff in it if we were different colors. Cartouche of Strength and Gustwalker and Bone Picker are all great. I think we're just going to take a 2-drop. That's rather unexciting, but it's, I think, going to be better than Hyena pack. Or Scribe of the Mindful. Ooh, Vizier got passed this far. That is awesome. I am happy to take that. Seeker of Insight number 2 would be great, but Vizier of Many Faces number 1 is excellent. It's an excellent card. It's a bomb, really. It just becomes whatever the best creature in play is, and that's something I like. Come on, Painted Bluffs, don't let me down. Or I would even take like Cradle of the Accursed and the like at this point, because again, 4 Unquenchable Thirsts. We didn't get Sand Stranglers, which would make me want them even more, but Unquenchable Thirst. So Sand Strangler, if you don't have deserts, is like super underwhelming. Unquenchable Thirst is less good, but it's not super underwhelming, I would say, if you don't have deserts. It's just also not exciting. So we have a Nimbleblade Kenro, which isn't very exciting, but I think that's probably what we take. Don't know if it'll make the cut, but I think it's what we take. Yeah. Seems like our colors are getting cut pretty hard, which is okay. We have tons of playables already. But man, what I love in Evolving Wilds. A Painted Bluffs would be perfect because it would give us a desert and help us splash Samut. So, yeah. Wow. 3 split cards. Wow. Yeah, our colors are just completely gone here. Failure to Comply is terrible, but it might just be what we take here because at least we can play the failure half. I mean, I'm probably never going to side it in, but I guess that's what we do. I mean, blue is open enough for this to get passed all the way to me, but then it's just like, it's just gone. This probably won't make the cut. Okay, here I think I just take a Harsh Mentor. It's a 2-drop that punishes your opponent a little bit sometimes. Ceradon's okay, but it's nothing special. Harsh Mentor most of the time is just going to be a Grizzly Bear, but that's fine. That's a fine thing to have, I think. We do definitely need to be trimming some cards from this thing. I don't know if this is going to make the cut. I don't think it does. Blazing Volley is a good sideboard card. I'd rather have it than Flameblade Adept, even with a little bit of cycling. Adept is good in an aggro deck, but that is certainly not what we are. So, Blazing Volley it is. Yeah, it does not look like we're going to get the desert we wanted. I'll get an Ancient Crab for my sideboard. Man. People were all over deserts in this draft. It's hard to gauge. Sometimes I'm in a pod where people really underrate them, and I can just get like all the deserts I ever wanted. But that's not what's happening. We got 2. And we took both of them relatively early. So, 2's okay. I mean, you know, it's better than none. Or 1 even. It's better than 2 different numbers. But I would have liked 3-ish. Especially because we have plenty of playables anyway. The Combatant's probably going to get cut. Yeah, it does get cut. We just have enough to do early anyway, so... Am I going to try to splash Samut off of 1 Manalith? We do have a couple cards that help us loot and draw cards and the like. And we have Cycling, which can also help us dig. Samut's just so powerful that I kind of feel like doing Manalith and 1 Forest is probably worth it. Yeah, let's try it. Let's do it. I don't have the best fixing ever, of course, but Samut's just so powerful. Like, it's hard to say no. So, oh, we do need to cut 1 card, especially if we're going to be running 1 Forest, because we want 8 of each of our primary sources of, yeah. So Granitic Titan's a thing, but I don't think I'm going to run it. You help me draw cards, I guess, but... We don't have a lot of super exciting things to get back with this, funnily enough. We don't have like the Magma Sprays of the world. We have Puncturing Blow and a couple bounce spells that'll be the best. Blur Blades. Yeah, Blur Blades is probably what we cut, actually. It's fine, but it's not great. So yeah, well, we're going to run 1 Forest. And... Oh, we don't need any swamps. I was like, what's going on here? I want 8 islands. So I have 8 sources of blue, 8 sources of red, and 2 sources of green if we count Manalith. So yeah. Triple Inferno Jet is kind of funny. Yeah, the 3rd pack was not kind to us. Our first 2 packs were pretty great. And other than Vizier of the Many Faces, though, in our last pack, the 3rd pack was very inconsistent. Like, we were just we were waiting for payoffs for our colors. We were waiting for deserts, and none of it really happened. Like the best payoff we got in the last pack for our color pair is Nimbleblade Kenro, which is not great. But this deck looks fine. I'll see you guys in the first match. In the first match of our Devastation draft, and we would like to play first, I think, even though our deck is a little controlly. This is a good one because we have our Desert and 2 Unquenchable Thirsts. So I'm pretty happy about that. We also have Bloodwater Entity. I may just cycle Inferno Jet and then put it back on top of my library or something like that. We're just going to play our Desert tapped. That's probably what will end up happening because the Jet is just not that good to have in your opening hand. I'd rather have it later. I may not even want to put it on top of my library, honestly. I may just want to play my Bloodwater Entity. Which, yeah, that might just be better. So definitely going to cycle it. Yeah, where was Warfire Javelineer? That would have been nice. Ooh, Seeker of Insight. I think I'm actually going to play the Seeker first. Now that I have 4 mana, putting the Inferno Jet on top of my library seems a little more appealing to me. Alright, so opponent probably has a trick, but let's make them use it, to kill a Seeker of Insight, which is not something I'm going to be broken up about. Oh, well, that does do a bunch of damage to us, though. 3. Yep, that'll kill it. Now we go to 16. Yeah, we didn't pick up as many of those as I would have liked either. Actually think I'm going to play the Devastator now. So opponent just have Puncturing Blow here? No, just Spellweaver. Okay. I wish I had more than 1 blue mana right now. I feel a lot better about things. I think I'm going to attack and then play Bloodwater Entity. I won't have any good blocks if I do that, but I think that's probably okay. Alright, drop our opponent to 17. I could have pumped it, I guess, for 1 more damage. That wouldn't have hurt, but I'm going to play Bloodwater Entity. I think I do put Inferno Jet back on top of my library. Even if I just cycle it, that seems okay to me. Is our opponent splashing? It doesn't look like it. Yep, I take all of it. Okay. All right, I'm going to cycle this. I guess it was kind of pointless because I would have just drawn this card anyway. But, it's whatever. So I'm going to play Unquenchable Thirst on this. And I think I attack with both my creatures here. We drop our opponent down to 11. And then I think we just play Cunning Survivor too. Yeah, let's do it. I wonder if our opponent has Hour of Devastation or something. That would be pretty devastating. And yes, I said devastating on purpose. Not just Granitic Titan. That worries me less. Especially because I have Unquenchable Thirst in my hand. Number 2. Alright, well, we can't cast you, Salmon. I'm sorry. But we can do this. And we can attack for... we'll actually attack for 8 here, I think. drop our opponent to 3. Okay, they're digging for something, which I'm happy about, because that means they're a little bit concerned about losing. If we draw a spell, they just lose. Okay. I'm just going to take that. Kind of scared. What is my opponent going to do here? I thought they were going to somehow pump it big enough to kill me for a second. Yeah, we got there. Those Unquenchable Thirst coming down late was great. Was great. We're both blue-red. I do have Jace's Defeat, so I guess I'll probably bring that in and cut something underwhelming. Maybe one of our mini Inferno Jets. I don't hate that. Battlefield Scavenger's probably also in that conversation. Especially against an opponent who's not going to be playing lots of low drops. Yeah, I think I'd rather hold on to the Jet, I guess. I think that'll be a little bit better. Well, there's the Jets. We have Unquenchable Thirst again. We also have Puncturing Blow. We don't have blue mana, but we have a very good chance of drawing it between being on the draw and having 2 cards with cycling. So I think I'll just hold on to this. All right, we drew an island anyway, so that's pretty nice. Yeah. Definitely cycling next turn. I mean, I doubt he's going to play something that I really want to slap Unquenchable Thirst on this early, but yeah, no, certainly not at this point. Yeah, I'll just end my turn. Wish I had Jace's Defeat in my hand right now. We're going to take at least 2 to the face here. Our opponent is definitely a more controlling blue-red deck. I mean, a more aggressive. Aggressive. Oh, I should have brought in my Blazing Volley. Spellweaver Eternal Cries when people cast Blazing Volley. So I'm going to cycle, get an island, play my Scrapper. We'll have enough mana to do Vizier the Many Faces at some point now. But I will play the Scrapper. The question is, do I block one of these monsters? I don't know. I kind of feel like the answer is no. I think it is no. Yeah, we'll just take 4. At least. Our opponent may also... The problem is I could potentially block and kill one, but I don't think that would be enough. Okay, so here I think I'm going to cycle Stripe River Winder. And I think I'm going to play... Fervent Paincaster is going to be pretty good if we're allowed to get to a turn or next turn, because it can start killing these things. So I think I'm going to play it. It's a little risky because it's going to result in me taking a ton of damage this turn. But I think in the long run it'll be good. If we're allowed to have a long run, it'll be good. Everybody attacks. Crap. We're just going to take it to the face. So we can Puncturing Blow this, and we can ping one of them. It's not too bad. We are at 6, though, which is Inferno Jet range. So, not exactly ideal. Yeah. So... It's going to be better to play Unquenchable Thirst, I think, on this, because that allows me to do some other stuff with my mana. about flying. You feel better now? So yeah, we put Thirst on that thing, which is better for us. And I can also play Cunning Survivor. So that allows me to do a little more with my mana. I think I want to use my Paincaster's ability now. Because if my opponent wants to save their creature using an instant or sorcery, they'll at least have to do it now. Okay. And then I'm also going to play Cunning Survivor. And I'll end my turn. Ooh, gosh. That's annoying. Could have countered my activated ability. I guess playing the 3 power is probably just better, though. Yeah. We take 3 to the face, at least. Oh, good. Good, good. Another flyer. And another creature. Those are all things I wanted to see. Okay. I wish I had more. I wish I had one more mana. We'd have a chance, maybe, if we did. We still have a chance, really, but... not a great one. I'm going to cast Puncturing Blow on... I guess the flyer. Oh, we don't have a chance. What am I talking about? We don't have a chance. I forgot this was not taken care of. Yeah, so wait a second. If I play Vizier of Many Faces as a copy of this, I'll have a flying blocker. Or as a copy of this. In which case, no, never mind. Afflict will still kill me. So, wait. Yeah, opponent has 4 attackers, so yeah, Afflict will kill me. So we do want to bring in Blazing Volley. We saw enough X1s there that I think it'll be worth it. Yeah. And now we probably cut an Inferno Jet. And yeah, let's roll. I would like to play first. Ouch. That is not what we wanted. Okay, this is more reasonable. Having Samut in the opening hand's a little bit frustrating. I think we do allow ourselves to draw that land. We're just gonna end up having to play Bloodwater Entity, the first one anyway, without getting anything back from our graveyard, but you know, there are worse things. Well, Harsh Mentor can punish that, so that's nice. Use your Traveler's Amulet and take 2 damage. Yeah. There it is. Do you have a Magma Spray? Oh, good. So if I get to do 4 damage to my opponent with Harsh Mentor, I kind of feel like I'm getting as much value out of it as I can. I mean, obviously I could get even more, so hopefully our opponent uses some more activated abilities, but... yeah, so we're going to play our first Bloodwater Entity. More activated abilities, come on. Play them. Okay. Oh, God, we got lucky right there, didn't we? We're going to have Salmon Mana next turn. So I think we attack with both. Opponent's going to trade with that, and I'm cool with that. I think we play another entity, even though we're still not going to get anything out of our graveyard with it. Means we're getting there in the sky. And we have Samut to close it out on the ground, hopefully. May just be worth it to play Samut during my main phase. Yeah, it probably is, since my opponent played a flyer. I say we attack with everything. If he kills one of my entities, it's not a big deal, and he's also taking 8, so... He's just trying to stay alive here, so we drop him to 6. Funnily enough, we haven't drawn any of our non-creature spells yet. So opponent has to have an answer for Samut, and the good thing is, if they have one, they're going to have to tap a decent amount of mana to use it. Oh, just a crasher. So I think they're just conceding, basically. But they... Well, they don't have to concede, really. Oh, now they do. No, they don't. I don't have a desert in play. No point using the Thirst. We could have drawn a creature or like a Kindled Fury. Aww. They're going to kill each other now. Our opponent did have to 2-for-1 themselves, but we drop our opponent to 4. So we need to draw another non-creature spell if we want to finish our opponent off. Where are those Inferno Jets when you want them, you know? All right, well, we're not going to be able to tap it with our Thirst, which is frustrating. Unless we draw a desert. That'll work. Oh, we should just win the game here, actually, instead of throwing it away. Because all we have to do is go not tap our mana like that. And go Unquenchable Thirst. And then Puncturing Blow, which will make our entity a 4/4. Yeah, we got there. All right. Won our first match. Try to win the next one, too. In the first match of our Devastation draft, and we would like to play first, I think, even though our deck is a little controlly. This is a good one because we have our Desert and 2 Unquenchable Thirsts, so I'm pretty happy about that. We also have Bloodwater Entity. I may just cycle Inferno Jet and then put it back on top of my library or something like that. We're just going to play our Desert tapped. That's probably what will end up happening because the Jet is just not that good to have in your opening hand. I'd rather have it later. I may not even want to put it on top of my library, honestly. I may just want to play my Bloodwater Entity. Which, yeah, that might just be better. So definitely going to cycle it. Yeah, where was Warfire Javelineer? That would have been nice. Ooh, Seeker of Insight. I think I'm actually going to play the Seeker first. Now that I have 4 mana, putting the Inferno Jet on top of my library seems a little more appealing to me. Alright, so opponent probably has a trick, but let's make them use it, you know, to kill a Seeker of Insight, which is not something I'm going to be broken up about. Oh, well, that does do a bunch of damage to us, though. 3. Yep, that'll kill it. Now we go to 16. Yeah, we didn't pick up as many of those as I would have liked either. Actually think I'm going to play the Devastator now. Does your opponent just have Puncturing Blow here? No, just Spellweaver. Okay. I wish I had more than one blue mana right now. I feel a lot better about things. I think I'm going to attack and then play Bloodwater Entity. I won't have any good blocks if I do that, but I think that's probably okay. Alright, we drop our opponent to 17. I could have pumped it, I guess, for one more damage. That wouldn't have hurt, but I'm going to play Bloodwater Entity. I think I do put Inferno Jet back on top of my library. Even if I just cycle it, that seems okay to me. Is our opponent splashing? No, it doesn't look like it. Yep, I take all of it. Okay. All right, I'm going to cycle this. I guess it was kind of pointless because I would have just drawn this card anyway. But, you know, it's whatever. So I'm going to play Unquenchable Thirst on this. And I think I attack with both my creatures here. We drop our opponent down to 11. And then I think we just play Cunning Survivor too. Yeah, let's do it. I wonder if our opponent has Hour of Devastation or something. That would be pretty devastating. And yes, I said devastating on purpose. No, just Granitic Titan. That worries me less, especially because I have Unquenchable Thirst in my hand. Number 2. All right, well, we can't cast you, Salmon. I'm sorry, but we can do this. And we can attack for... we'll actually attack for 8 here, I think. Yeah, drop our opponent to 3. Okay, they're digging for something, which I'm happy about, because that means they're a little bit concerned about losing. If we draw a spell, they just lose. Okay. I'm just going to take that. Kind of scared. What is my opponent going to do here? I thought they were going to somehow pump it big enough to kill me for a second. Yeah, we got there. Those Unquenchable Thirsts coming down late was great. Was great. We're both blue-red. I do have Jace's Defeat, so I guess I'll probably bring that in and cut something underwhelming. Maybe one of our mini Inferno Jets. I don't hate that. Battlefield Scavenger's probably also in that conversation. Especially against an opponent who's not going to be playing lots of low drops. Yeah, I think I'd rather hold on to the Jet, I guess. I think that'll be a little bit better. Well, there's the Jets. We have Unquenchable Thirst again. We also have Puncturing Blow. We don't have blue mana, but we have a very good chance of drawing it between being on the draw and having 2 cards with cycling. So I think I'll just hold on to this. All right, we drew an island anyway, so that's pretty nice. Yeah. Definitely cycling next turn. I mean, I doubt he's going to play something that I really want to slap Unquenchable Thirst on this early, but yeah, no, certainly not at this point. Yeah, I'll just end my turn. Wish I had Jace's Defeat in my hand right now. We're going to take at least 2 to the face here. Our opponent is definitely a more controlling blue-red deck. I mean, a more aggressive. Aggressive. Oh, I should have brought in my Blazing Volley. Spellweaver Eternal Cries when people cast Blazing Volley. So I'm going to cycle, get an island, play my Scrapper. We'll have enough mana to do Vizier the Many Faces at some point now. But I will play the Scrapper. The question is, do I block one of these monsters? I don't know. I kind of feel like the answer is no. I think it is no. Yeah, we'll just take 4 at least. Our opponent may also. The problem is I could potentially block and kill one, but I don't think that would be enough. Okay, so here I think I'm going to cycle Stripe River Winder. And I think I'm going to play Fervent Paincaster is going to be pretty good if we're allowed to get to a turn or next turn, because it can start killing these things. So I think I'm going to play it. It's a little risky because it's going to result in me taking a ton of damage this turn. But I think in the long run it'll be good. If we're allowed to have a long run, it'll be good. Everybody attacks. Crap. We're just going to take it to the face. So we can Puncturing Blow this, and we can ping one of them. It's not too bad. We are at 6, though, which is Inferno Jet range. So, not exactly ideal. Yeah. So, it's going to be better to play Unquenchable Thirst, I think, on this, because that allows me to do some other stuff with my mana. We put Thirst on that thing, which is better for us. And I can also play Cunning Survivor, so that allows me to do a little more with my mana. I think I want to use my Paincaster's ability now, because if my opponent wants to save their creature using an instant or sorcery, they'll at least have to do it now. Okay. And then I'm also going to play Cunning Survivor. And I'll end my turn. Ooh, gosh. That's annoying. Could have countered my activated ability. I guess playing the 3 power is probably just better, though. Yeah. We take 3 to the face, at least. Oh, good. Good, good. Another flyer. And another creature. Those are all things I wanted to see. Okay. I wish I had more. I wish I had 1 more mana. We'd have a chance, maybe, if we did. We still have a chance, really, but not a great one. I'm going to cast Puncturing Blow on, I guess, the flyer. Oh, we don't have a chance. What am I talking about? We don't have a chance. I forgot this was not taken care of. Yeah, so wait a second. If I play Vizier of Many Faces as a copy of this, I'll have a flying blocker. Or as a copy of this. In which case, no, never mind. Afflict will still kill me. So, wait. Yeah, opponent has 4 attackers, so yeah, Flick will kill me. So we do want to bring in Blazing Volley. We saw enough X1s there that I think it'll be worth it. Yeah. And now we probably cut an Inferno Jet. And yeah, let's roll. I would like to play first. Ouch. That is not what we wanted. Okay, this is more reasonable. Having Samut in the opening hand's a little bit frustrating. I think we do allow ourselves to draw that land. We're just gonna end up having to play Bloodwater Entity, the first one anyway, without getting anything back from our graveyard, but you know, there are worse things. Well, Harsh Mentor can punish that, so that's nice. Use your Traveler's Amulet and take 2 damage. Yeah. There it is. Do you have a Magma Spray? Oh, good. So if I get to do 4 damage to my opponent with Harsh Mentor, I kind of feel like I'm getting as much value out of it as I can. I mean, obviously I could get even more, so hopefully our opponent uses some more activated abilities, but... Yeah, so we're going to play our first Bloodwater Entity. More activated abilities, come on. Play them. Okay. Oh, God, we got lucky right there, didn't we? We're going to have Samut Mana next turn. So I think we attack with both. Opponent's going to trade with that, and I'm cool with that. I think we play another Entity, even though we're still not going to get anything out of our graveyard with it. Means we're getting there in the sky. And we have Samut to close it out on the ground, hopefully. May just be worth it to play Samut during my main phase. Yeah, it probably is, since my opponent played a flyer. I say we attack with everything. If he kills one of my entities, it's not a big deal, and he's also taking 8, so... He's just trying to stay alive here, so we drop him to 6. Funnily enough, we haven't drawn any of our non-creature spells yet. So opponent has to have an answer for Samut, and the good thing is, if they have one, they're going to have to tap a decent amount of mana to use it. Oh, just a crasher. So I think they're just conceding, basically. But they don't have to concede, really. Oh, now they do. No, they don't. I don't have a desert in play. No point using the Thirst. We could have drawn a creature or like a Kindled Fury. Aww. They're going to kill each other now. Our opponent did have to 2-for-1 themselves, but we drop our opponent to 4. So we need to draw another non-creature spell if we want to finish our opponent off. Where are those Inferno Jets when you want them, you know? All right, well, we're not going to be able to tap it with our Thirst, which is frustrating. Unless we draw a desert. That'll work. Oh, we should just win the game here, actually, instead of throwing it away. Because all we have to do is go not tap our mana like that. And go Unquenchable Thirst. And then Puncturing Blow, which will make our entity a 4/4. Yeah, we got there. All right. Won our first match. Try to win the next one, too. All right. We are 2-0 in an Hour Devastation draft, trying to go 3-0. We would like to play first. And I think this is a keep. We don't have early plays, but we have our mana for Summit, who's been very kind to us. Our mana base has been very kind to us for the most part. And I'm happy about that. Should probably knock on wood, but yeah. Our Thirst isn't going to be tapping anything at this point, but that's okay. And maybe we'll draw one of our 2 deserts before we play it anyway. Probably just cycle that now, and probably don't get it back with Bloodwater Entity like I foolishly did earlier in match 1. It's going to be worth cycling, though. Cunning Survivor. Kenra Scrapper now, huh? Maybe I just play that. I think I do just play the Scrapper now instead of the entity. If I can wait to get value from the entity, I will. And playing a 2/3 with Menace for 3 in the early game is pretty good. Okay, so Dauntless Haven's nonsense. Well, I'm gonna attack. I'm not gonna exert. I won't be able to block either way. Remember, Kenra Scrapper always has Menace. Some people seem to forget that. They think it, a lot of them gain keywords when they attack, but it always has its keyword ability. So I think we play both Harsh Mentor and Cunning Survivor here. We're only 1 mana away from Samet just destroying face. So that's nice. We don't want our opponent to play like On-Crop Crasher here very much. That would make me sad. Dauntless Haven also makes Unquenchable Thirst look terrible. So we need to find a way to stop Dauntless Haven. Oh, that's exactly what I said I didn't want to happen. They get to untap it after they exert, which is disgusting. It disgusts me. The only good news is we can put the Thirst onto the Aven, and then the Aven won't be able to attack, and thus it won't be able to untap the On-Crop Crasher again. I don't hate that. Now we probably just hold on to Samet, though, to laugh at our opponent. So, yeah, I think that's probably what we do. Because we can just flash it in and kill the Crasher. Because it can come down after our opponent chooses what can't block. Definitely attack with both of these. And I'm not bothering exerting again either, because I can get the attack in either way. So this is a pretty conspicuous amount of mana. Like if you see someone having this kind of mana and just not playing anything when they have 3 cards in their hand, and you can tell green is their splash color, you should suspect Samet. I mean, she is a mythic, but that is definitely as I said, a conspicuous amount of mana that just makes things look suspicious. So let's give this a shot. Our opponent might have a trick or something, but it's going to take a lot to not have Samet smash On-Crop Crasher's face in, but it could do it. There's potential there for it to happen. We're getting to the point where getting back Inferno Jet is not bad, incidentally. If we can get our opponent down to 8, 6 especially, getting it back seems decent. Especially if we draw 6th land here before we play our entity. Okay. Block. Do things go our way, or do you have Sandblast or something? Looks like things are going to go our way. Awesome. Samet, the removal spell, who also has a good chance at hitting you for 6 damage next turn. Do they have Summit too? Pride Sovereign, that's not good. That's not good at all, especially with Dauntless Aven in play. They can gain so much life right now. That's just silly. Okay, Double Thirst, still no deserts though. I think we play the Entity. And then Thirst the Aven, so at least he can't untap Pride Sovereign. I don't think we're going to get Inferno Jet. We are going to get our opponent low enough that maybe it would be worth it, but... She also, the Entity also has haste, by the way, so it's going to attack this turn as a 3/3. We're doing some exerting now, I can tell you that. This will also punish this thing's activated ability, so maybe I don't attack with it. 4, 7, 10. Did I exert you? I guess attacking with the Survivor might even be worth it. It probably is. This will punish this activated ability. And he can just trade with it. But he's taking 3, 6, 10, 11. Oh, no. 9, 10, 12. This is lethal if I attack. So it's probably worth getting in there for lethal. Especially when I have a flyer in play and Samut in play. Wow, that works. You take a bunch. Using your activated ability will drop you to 2. And I have another Unquenchable Thirst should we need it. Sacred Cat. Okay, that gives you a 3/3. You're going to take 2 from this. I don't know if you realize that. Yeah, I don't think he realized that. Yeah, he didn't. Because now he's just dead in the air. Lifelink or not. This mentor is harsh indeed. Yeah, we got there. Okay. Don't really think we've, we're not, this isn't Ring Jace's defeat in. Didn't really seem like Blazing Volley was great, although with cat tokens, oh, it's probably pretty good, actually. We saw enough X1s. We'd probably bring it in. And maybe cut either a Scavenger or an Inferno Jet. Our opponent's deck seems fast enough that we're going to want a 2-drop, though. So. Ooh, maybe we want Blur of Blades, too. Blazing Volley is probably enough hate on the X1s. Wow, that green mana, huh? It's been good to us. I think this is another keep. It's a little risky, but we're on the draw. We are slow. We do have a slow start here, so if our opponent has a fast start, we're going to be a little concerned, but we can make it, I think. They're probably playing a 2-drop here, yeah. Oh, good. That was a nice draw for us, because we did not have a 2-drop. The green mana in this game, in this draft, has been kind to us. Our mana has been very kind. I haven't even mulliganed a ton, which has been nice. Dauntless Aven. Hello, Blazing Volley. I think I'm going to hold on to you for now and just play Bloodwater Entity. Although playing the Volley and then Entity might be worth it, but then I'm not doing a whole lot this turn. Let's just play the Entity. Obviously, I won't be blocking Dauntless Haven with my entity, but play some more X1s. I know you want to. Cool thing is we can actually play our Vizier as Bloodwater entity and get back Blazing Volley or Puncturing Blow later. Obviously we take it if you attack, yeah. We definitely take it. Oh, you're not an X1. Do I just play Frontline Devastator now? Hold off another turn on Blazing Volley? I think that seems okay. Yeah. We'll take a little more damage in the meantime, but getting the Devastator in play ahead of a Blazing Volley is pretty good, I think. Our deserts have been less kind to us lately, but that was bound to happen. We were getting them far more frequently than we should have in our first few games, so since we only managed to snag 2. I wouldn't mind another red mana so I can Puncturing Blow something, but don't play on Crop Crasher. Don't play. Ah, oh, what the hell? Why? Why, world? Yep, that's gonna hurt. They can just attack with everything, basically, now. Well, they didn't attack with their Defiant Kenra. I guess I could have just blocked it with my 1/3, is why. Oh, interesting. I'm gonna block the use my Devastator to block this. Awesome. That was easier than it should have been for me, I think. Okay, that's gonna be good. So we're gonna play Manalith. Pumps our guy. And then we're gonna play Blazing Volley. And then, do I just attack with both and be ready to take 5 to my face? I think we do. Then we get to untap. So we're gonna drop to 8, but we have lots of stuff to do in our hands. Yeah, we take 5, go to 8. I wish Unquenchable Thirst was better against Unwavering Initiate. Maybe I just play a Puncturing Blow on it. Yeah, that doesn't seem bad. Especially because I can get it back later with my Vizier. I don't think I'd play the Thirst 2 here. I think I'm just going to leave my Survivors back this time. No Embalm for you. And we'll attack. Oh, there goes my game plan. That's rough. Poor Bloodwater entity. Alright, well, we block. Wish we had something to cycle right now. Be hilarious. It's really not worth playing the Vizier at this point, so I don't think I will. And I think I'll also hold on to this card for bluffing. Haven. It's a slightly better target to copy. Bad news is Unquenchable Thirst isn't going to do much against it either. because it'll keep untapping itself. Definitely cycle that here. I could hold on to it, I guess, and use it to kill the Kenra. But I sort of feel like drawing a card here is going to be better because I can't really do anything to contribute to the board right now. So I'd rather just do it now, I think. Awesome. All right. Well, we're not attacking. Ooh, that's bad news. Bad news. Where are our bounce spells? I think I just take the 5. Now I can put the thirst on that at least. Can an opponent just kill us with a trick here? Seems like that's possible. It would have to be Gift of Strength. But this does seem like a Gift of Strength deck. Maybe I psyched them out with all the cards in my hand that aren't actually interactive. Okay. There's a bounce spell. So yeah, we're gonna put the thirst here. Play that, and we'll end our turn. I'll probably use Winds of Rebuke on the Kenra so that it won't be able to attack through my guy anymore. Right. Yeah, so we can maybe even get a chance to kill this warrior. Right, that's gone. I milled a Sandblast and a Resolute Survivors. That seems good to me. And hopefully we kill this warrior. I think my opponent was hoping to get in for 1 there when I let my survivor die, but didn't work out that way, and I'm glad for that. Ouch. Are we at the point where we need to play our Vizier? I don't think we are still, so I won't. We're going to get to the point where we just have to play it as a 1-3 or a 2-2 or a 2-1 with flying, and none of that's going to feel great, but it does have Embalm, so... Well, should have done it, I guess. So we're just dead now. Yeah, we're just dead. Game 3 it is. Blazing Volley did its job. That was so sad when our opponent killed our Bloodwater entity before we could Vizier it. So sad. I would like to play first. Okay, our friend Harsh Mentor is here again. We have 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, and probably cycle on turn 1, which is sort of our 1-drop. It just doesn't actually add anything to the board. I wish just punish cycling too. I guess maybe it would be too good if it did in this format. Probably would be, I guess. Could have used that Riverwinder last game. That would have been a big help. One of our biggins. Okay. Mentor. Freaking Defiant Kenra, man. I'm gonna just play the entity and pass. Thought about playing the Manolith instead, but it will actually pump my entity, so seems reasonably good. We'll just take 2. Play your 2/1 Dauntless Haven. Come on. I know you want to. You did it. Thank you. I knew you did. I knew you would. So we're going to get in for a bunch here. And this time, maybe our Vizier will actually get the copy Bloodwater Elemental Entity. God, that card's name eludes me. Okay, so Manolith. Pump up Bloodwater Entity. Pay 1 mana, cast Blazing Volley. And swing for 6. That's just such good tempo when you pay 1 mana to kill your opponent's 3 mana creature. And Dauntless Haven's like one of the best white commons too, so that works for me. See what our opponent plays. We may play Vizier as a copy and get back Blazing Volley. Seems decent to me. We may also just play Frontline Devastator. Ooh, hello, my friend. Now I think we just copy that. Yeah, I think we just copy that. And we attack with our entity in the sky. Magmaroth is an interesting inclusion in a red-white deck. Our opponent's deck does not seem to be loaded with non-creature spells like ours. So I'm hoping our Magmaroth will be the bigger Magmaroth around. Archer, that makes my life... makes me a lot closer to being dead than it should. Do you have a trick? Please say no. If they attack, oh good. I would have been too psyched out, I think, there to block. I would have been scared. There's our green mana again. All right. Well, the annoying thing is that our thirst is just bad right this second. I think we probably still play it on Magmaroth, making it only capable of swinging once. It also means we can hit for 3 in the air. It also means this will be a 5/5. All of that seems reasonable to me. So let's stick it here. Except we need to actually add blue mana to our mana pool. You know, for what that's worth. So yeah, Thirst. Magmaroth grows back into a 5/5. Our opponent has to double block to kill our Magmaroth, but I guess they can do it with their Kenra. Wait a second, what does this say? No, he's not the one. Yeah, he just gains them when I... What card? Oh, it's the black Afflict guy who loses a counter, or gains a -1/-1 counter every time you play a spell. It's not this guy. I think we attack for 3 in the air, and that's it. And then we play our Devastator, too. Sandblast? Sandblast. Ouchies. Play our Devastator. I'm not going to be too shy about blocking with my Magmaroth because it can kill something and then be embalmed. Embalm is stupid cheap. Yeah, it's only 5. So I say we block. If he attacks with his Magmaroth, I would block it. For sure. Come on, world. Let me have my trophy. Like, my win percentage is decent. You'd think I would have a trophy by now, but... 3 O's, man. Okay, so we're going to block with Magmaroth for sure. Well, maybe we don't, because his is not going to untap. Just kidding. We're taking 4. He could play Dauntless Haven here, which would make me want to claw my eyes out, but it looks like they're not going to. So that's good. Land, you say? Right, I'm going to attack with my Devastator. He has to double block it to kill it. He could also just have another Sandblast or something, which would go a long way towards, you know, it would drop us to 10 in addition to killing our poor Devastator. If he just takes it, I'd probably pump it, but I think I want to leave up a little bit of mana to bluff. I'll leave up 2 mana, I think. He may just eat a Sandblast anyway. Our opponent's just getting us to pump mana into it. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Bad people. Struggle. Yeah. All right. That drops us to 10. Kills our poor Devastator. We really need to draw Samut or removal. Another Bloodwater entity wouldn't be too bad because I could get back Blazing Volley and at least kill this thing, which is slowly killing us. This thing also gives our opponent more reach, which is not great for us. That's also not so good for us. No. No, it's not. Come on, not a land. Not a land. Not a land. Land. That's not good. We're not in good shape now. This is not the right time to be drawing all these lands. Definitely block Kenra Scrapper, double block it if my opponent attacks and goes 6, but we are in trouble for sure. Are you exerting? You are. Yeah, if our opponent has a trick here, we're just dead. For all our efforts to get another trophy, to get a trophy, I should say. Double block, and I take 4. Cool thing is I can actually copy Magmaroth again because it's just thirsted. And that's not going to be too bad. Oh, it didn't die. Never mind. Our opponent didn't want it to die. I wonder why. Oh, not good. Not good. Also not good. I need Blazing Volley. But I'm not going to be getting it, obviously. So our opponent might not attack here is the only good news. Because he doesn't want my Magmaroth to die so that I can get... Oh, he is going to attack. All right. I'm cool with that. I think. I might just have to copy their Aven, though. But, yeah, I'm going to block here. Wow. This, you know, I definitely should have knocked on wood when I was saying our mana's been good to us. I think we copy the Aven. Yeah, we need the flyer to block their flyer, or we're just going to be dead rapidly. Oh, we're just dead here anyway. Because of the freaking Ramanop ruins. Yeah, we're dead. That is disappointing. Our deck was so fun and so good, but our opponent's was better there. And we did a very bad job of drawing cards in the late part of the game. But that's okay, you know. You shouldn't complain probably about going 2 for 1 all the time. There are worse things, but it's really weird that I haven't managed to get a trophy at all. Because my record isn't like terrible. I win more than I lose, but not enough apparently. So thanks for watching. My content, as you can see on the overlay here, is sponsored by 5colorcombo.com. You can use my discount code NEETZAHON5 there for a 5% discount. Thanks for watching. All right, going into the second match of an Hour Devastation draft. I think this is a keep. We have something to cycle on turn 1, which is probably what I'll do with it. And we also have a 2-drop and a removal spell. All things that I like. I might actually just play my Ruins on turn 1, though, and then play the Survivor on turn 2. See what we draw here. Okay, yeah, now I think I just play the Ruins on turn 1. We'll hold on to the Riverwinder for a little bit. Yeah, we definitely could cycle it, but it seems like it's going to be a good late game card, and I'm not going to cycle it until I sort of feel like I need to. Ruin Rat. Blazing Volley might be good here. I think I'm actually going to play the Cunning Survivor so I can get a little additional value and get in for some damage, unblockable damage if I do cycle next turn. I can play Scavenger and cycle next turn, which seems reasonable to me. Ruin Rat is obnoxious, though. We do have an Unquenchable Thirst, which is going to be really good. We could add 6 of those, but since I only had 2 deserts at the time, I wasn't sure I wanted 6. Damn, our opponent might have a Nest of Scarabs deck, which is another reason to bring in Blazing Volley, incidentally. Alright, so yeah, now we're going to cycle. So he's probably going to play something this turn that's going to give him a bunch of Scarabs, which I'm not looking forward to. We could bounce Nest of Scarabs. That's a pretty decent tempo hit for our opponent since they're trying to... I think they're trying to set something up. So I don't hate that plan. It's gonna... I think that'll be better than playing the Scavenger. It's going to slow our opponent down if we can force them to... Yeah, let's do it. What do we mill? One of our Unquenchable Thirsts. And we hit 2 of their lands. I don't hate that. Yep. So I figured that's what they would do. They're trying to set up some Nest of Scarab shenanigans. And being able to bounce that once gives us at least 1 whole turn more to try to figure out something here. So I'm going to attack with my Survivor. If he wants to trade, I'm down with it. Bad news is exiling something from our graveyard is actually like relevant because we have cards that can get things back. He'll probably take my Winds of Rebuke, keeping that in mind. God, Nest of Scarabs is scary when it actually works. It's harder to make it work. Yeah, he did. It's harder to make it work in this format than it was in the old format. But you can definitely make it work. I'll probably loot next turn. Or rummage, rather. We'll see. Oh, insect tokens. Where's Blazing Volley when you need it? Yeah. Well, it's just going to be 1 token at least. We can Thirst the Amit, too, so... We'll actually probably get the swing here. And there's an Inferno Jet. I don't hate that. All right, so let's make him thirsty. Don't really need lifelink in my life. Do I exert and discard a land? I don't think I do. I think I'm... Well, yeah, I do. Let's do it. All right. Well, we drew another land anyway. May just cycle Inferno Jet. It'd be funny to draw all 3 in a row. Don't make more insect tokens, please. Just don't. The bad news about Unquenchable Thirst in this matchup is our opponent can just pile the -1/-1 counters onto their thirsty creature. So that's kind of obnoxious. Okay, well, we're going to have to Puncturing Blow that one. Kill these Amits, man. Kill them all. I think I cycle this Inferno Jet. Oh, God. Good. Good. That's what I want to see. Ugh. Cycle. That is a gross combo. Bond 2 plus Nest of Scarabs. What's that about? It ain't good. So we will kill Baleful Amits. Also, Bond 2 makes Unquenchable Thirst worse too, so this may not go well for us because we've got 4 of those cards. 4 Unquenchable Thirsts, which is a good card, but in this particular situation, it's a little frustrating. Blazing Volley. Yeah. So we're going to take 4 to the face. 5, actually, to the face. Our Thirsts can deal with Bantu, though. So I guess that's sort of the flip side here. We still have 3 more in our deck, so we have an okay shot at drawing them, especially if I loot. Don't make more insects. Oh, God. Getting back Baleful Amulet or Ruin Rat is not exactly ideal. Opponent's deck is sweet. That is for sure. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think we loot again. Well, there's our green mana. Ancient Crab is kind of funny against Bantu and not a bad choice to side in. It does have Menace, though, so that makes it a little worse, obviously. Alright, so we're going to play both of the creatures in our hand now. And end our turn. Yeah, our Thirsts are basically our best way of dealing with Bantu. So we've got like a 1 in 6.8 chance of drawing one every time we draw right now. I haven't seen someone... in the old format, I drafted a few really fun Nest of Scarabs decks, but I've never seen someone combine that with Bantu, which is just a disgusting combo. Nest of Scarabs is powerful enough if you have enough creatures to take advantage of the -1/-1 counter stuff. And adding Bantu to the mix is just gross. We know he has Baleful Amulet, so I mean that will give him another insect token in addition to his 4/3. Our Paincaster can kill the insects, but it's not going to feel great. Could have Splendid Agony or something right now too, which would just kill my Paincaster. Yeah, but between Ruin Rat and Nest of Scarabs, I think it's probably good to bring Blazing Volley in. Yep, there's the Ammit. Where does he put the counter is the question. Gonna kill an insect. Well, it doesn't really kill one, but because it'll make another before it kills the other one. Oh, he can sack it in response too. That gives you some more value, yeah. Actually, it doesn't, because the counter never comes into play, so he does not get the insect token. That works for me. I will take 4 to the face. Thank you. Okay, well, another creature makes it easier for me to block, at least. Because now we're going to have to block Bantu, basically. So I think we're just dead, actually, because we have to double block Bantu if he doesn't. Yeah, we're just dead. Because he'll sack insect and then attack with everything. Ah. Well. That's gross. Yeah. They also get a bunch of scarabs. Our opponent's deck is so cool. I'm jealous. I like my deck, but it's not as sweet as theirs. We're just dead. He can just, yeah, we're just dead. So, all right. I think we want Blazing Volley. We do have bounce spells for Nest of Scarabs. But that's about it. Ooh, Harsh Mentor wouldn't be terrible against Bantu. Yeah, we'll bring in Blazing Volley here. And maybe cut an Inferno Jet. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, this hand's fine. I think this time we do cycle our River Winder on turn 1 and then play our Mentor. We have 2 Thirsts, which is good. We don't have a Desert yet, but we might draw one. I'm just gonna cycle away. Aha! Pretty lucky, right? And draw the Desert. We can actually shut down Bantu this game, hopefully. I think we play the Mentor first, just in case my opponent wants to use an activated ability. We can get a little bit of damage in for it. We'll play the Desert next turn. We could also cycle it, potentially. We'll still get the payoff, although opponent does have Ruin Rat, so that makes it a little more dangerous to cycle because they can just get rid of it from my graveyard, and then my Unquenchable Thirst stop being quite as unquenchable as they once were. Let's attack. I think I do play the Desert here and then Scavenger. And that means next turn we can play our Devastator, which is a pretty good start. 2-drop, 2-drop, 4-drop it's not quite curving out, but it's close enough. There's a Nest coming into play. No, just a Manolith. Good. Give me some time to breathe and do some damage to your face. Do I exert? I think I probably do. I like looting. Well, that's not exert actually, because in the event my opponent just plays a creature that can block, being able to attack with all my guys again is going to be pretty awesome, because we can just put the Thirst on it. So yeah, let's just attack with them. No exerting. Too bad this is a mana ability, huh? All right. So yeah, we can easily set up just like Unquenchable Thirst, and just kill our opponent here. So it's definitely better not to exert there once you look at the race. Looks like they're drinking sand. Your Thirst would certainly be unquenchable if that's what you were doing. I do love the whole desert sub-theme in this set. I think that's probably my favorite part about the design of this set. I like a lot of things about it, but I love the way they designed the desert payoff cards. Wow. Manolith number 2. That's bold. Are they going to play a 3-drop now? Yep. So I say we just make the Thirst unquenchable here and smash for... It'll be more than 7, actually. Okay, now it won't be. We're going to go Unquenchable Thirst. Attack for 7. No exerting. Drops her opponent to 7. And I'm going to play the Bloodwater entity as well, who can help finish off her opponent here in the event they do something spectacular and we can't deal with them this turn. They do have a bunch of mana. Yeah, they may play two things this turn, which will make it less likely that I can win this turn. But yeah, I'm going to put the Thirst on that, though, and then anything my opponent blocks just kills... will just kill the Cursed Minotaur in combat, so that's pretty good. So yeah, we're just going to go Thirst on Oasis Ritualist. Now I think we probably do loot. Yeah, opponent scoops. All right, well, they had some mana problems there, and they never got Nest of Scarabs. So that helped. Okay, this hand seems reasonable to me. Another Mentor on turn 2. Stuff to cycle, fixing for our Samut if we draw her. Poor Samut was way cooler when she was a creature than when she's a planeswalker. In terms of the game, you know, I don't know a whole lot about the flavor, but in terms of the game, Samut, the creature, is way better than Samut, the planeswalker, which flavor-wise probably shouldn't be the case. So one should just be more powerful once they're a planeswalker, right? Isn't that how it works? Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah. So I'm gonna play Mentor here. Activated abilities, bring them on. Harsh Mentor showed up for us a lot. It's only done 2 damage with its activated ability once, though, so it's not exactly doing a ton, but 2-drop that does a little bit of extra damage every now and then is actually quite good. Manolith again. I think that's probably what we're doing on our turn. Yeah, whoa. Winds of Rebuking there, Manolith, is pretty attractive. Making them recast their Manolith. We're not ramping into anything. If I had the Samut in my hand, I'd probably play my Manolith. But instead, I think I'm just going to use Winds of Rebuke on it. It's like blowing up a land almost. Boomerang on a land. All right. I was kind of hoping I'd mill a desert a little bit because then my Thirst would do something. But, ooh, we hit 2 Torments of Venom. I don't feel bad about that. I don't feel bad about that at all. So replay your Manolith. Come on. Don't do anything else. You don't want to. Yes. They might also be able to play a 2-drop, though. And they are. Ruin Rat, man. Ruin Rat. All right. Well, we're going to attack into it. I'm down with the trade here. Going to go after my Winds of Rebuke again. That's really lucky that I hit 2 Torments of Venom. Those are already good, and then our opponent's like, oh, by the way, I have Nest of Scarabs in play. Sucks to be you. All right. So Devastator time. And we end our turn. Man. Another one? Where's Blazing Volley when you need it? Okay. That's fun. So much fun. I could play my Manolith and play Seeker of Insight. And just lead my frontline Devastator back. That doesn't seem bad. Yeah, let's play our Manolith. And just end our turn. I might just trade with the Amit. The more things I trade with, the more things I can use Unquenchable Thirst on, or Puncturing Blow, basically, is what I'm thinking. Unless our opponent gets Nest of Scarabs in play, I feel like we have a better long game than our opponent does. If they get Nest of Scarabs in play, then we're in trouble, but... Oh, hello. Interesting. Isn't that interesting? I think I attack with my Devastator now and just leave mana up for Samet. I'm really glad I played that Manalith now. Probably they're just going to block with Ruin Rat, and I'm okay with that. Yeah. The bad news we have is that our opponent might ramp into something frightening, but we do have Unquenchable Thirst and Puncturing Blow ready to go. And I can flash in Samut to kill Baleful Amit, so seems pretty good to me. Take away my Harsh Mentor now. Oh yeah, we want to do this at instant speed. Yes, we do. Opponent could have Torment of Venom, but we did mill 2 of them, so that makes me hope that we're not going to see more. So here comes Samut. We're just going to try to slap this thing out of our way. Oh good, it looks like we do. So even if our opponent kills Samut now, we get a 2-for-1 at least. This is going to be something big and scary. 5, 6. They have 8 mana right now, so... Oh, God. Don't be Sandworm Convergence. It's Cruel Reality. That's a little less scary. We don't have a ton of creatures, though, so that's kind of a problem for us, I guess. That player sacrifices a creature or Planeswalker. And I don't get to choose. I don't get to lose 5 life instead. So that's obnoxious. Gross. Okay, so bye-bye Seeker of Insight, obviously. Okay, we're going to have to cycle because we don't want to have to lose Samut. But we might just have to. We could, I guess we could also just try to hold out and do enough damage to our opponent to just kill them with Inferno Jet, because we can drop them to 10 now. But we don't have another source of damage. Let's cycle the land, I guess. I guess we'll do that instead. Damn it. Well, I say damn it, but that'll actually win us the game. So, double Inferno Jet. If we can draw another land, will win us the game. Question is, do we play... Unquenchable Thirst here? I don't think so. I think we want to use that on a bigger threat. Something with lifelink that will stop Inferno Jet from doing what we need it to. Of course, we do need a 6th land now, since we cycled our land, but we wouldn't have 2 Inferno Jets if we cycled differently. God, they're going to gain life. That is not good. We can at least thirst it, but the gaining of the life is bad news. Soul Stinger, also not great news, but there could be worse news, you know? All right, bye-bye, Samut. I'm sorry. Turns out you wouldn't have been able to attack through this anyway. I guess it would have stopped my opponent from attacking. Okay, so we're going to go Unquenchable Thirst. See you later. So our opponent can still sacrifice like Soul Stinger for value here to kill our Fervent Paincaster, for example. And they can still gain life, which you don't really want them to be doing because we're trying to do 12 damage to them over 2 turns. I could use Puncturing Blow to kill Soul Stinger. So there's that, which would keep it from hurting me. Goodbye. Okay. Drop our opponent to 3 here. And we just end our turn, ready to try to kill our opponent with Inferno Jet. They can't gain enough life right now to not die to our second Inferno Jet. Yeah, that won't do it. Looks like we're going to win. Double Inferno Jet for the win. We lose 5. And we Inferno Jet again. Could have had 6 of those. Should have just gone for it. That wouldn't be the worst win condition in a really controlling deck, to just know you have enough Inferno Jets to kill your opponent without very much effort. We have 3 in our main board, but yeah. So we're 2-0 now. Hopefully we can go 3-0 and I can finally get a trophy in this format.